Ordinary Elephant. How you doing?
Beane. Hi.
Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
I want to hear the origin story. Tell me how Ordinary Elephant began.
We met in an open mic, actually.
We did.
In Bryan, Texas, and we were both there. It was a songwriter open mic where you had to play 2 originals to play 1 cover. And we met and just became friends, and then more than that, and then started playing together when I got a banjo.
Yeah.
When you got a banjo, what did you play at the open mic?
I played guitar with my roommate who played bass, and she was there by herself.
I was.
Yeah.
So why not Strange Kangaroo? Why Ordinary?
Well,
why Ordinary?
It was really close. Actually,
that was second on the list.
We didn't want to appropriate the kangaroo.
Basically, because there are no ordinary elephants. So even your like everyday ordinary elephant is this really amazing creature. And there are just so many things in life that way that if you take the time to look, there's a whole lot more to it. So it's just a reminder to us to always take a deeper second look.
And where are you both from?
I grew up near Lafayette, Louisiana. And that's near where we live now.
Austin. Yeah, sorry.
In Austin. So then what brought you to Texas?
So we when we met, we both had very different careers, jobs, paths. And so part of that schooling for that took me to Texas. And he was working there, and yeah.
Lived in Houston for a while.
And then we lived on the road full time for a while in an RV with 4 dogs.
No way. No way. This is after you guys met.
Yeah, like after we were married and
after everything started with 4 dogs.
Yes.
So were you traveling around making music, doing shows?
Somewhat, yeah. I was still working remotely, and then eventually, slowly, we kind of moved away from that towards this, and feel really lucky.
Yeah, it was more of a lifestyle change. It wasn't like, oh, we're going to live on the road and do music full time. It's like, we just want to do this full time living in an RV thing. And then that allowed us more time to do what we're doing. And like, maybe this is what we're supposed to be doing all the time. And so it allowed
so what would you say inspired that wanderlust? And like, because I feel like it really takes, a lot of people say they want to do something like that, or like, oh, that'd be great, but it's not many people that you meet that actually take the leap. So what's the courage? Where did that come from? What inspired you to do it?
I think it was we went to Asheville, North Carolina for a wedding, and around that time we found like the whole digital nomad thing, and we were like, maybe we could do that. Asheville is such a cool town too.
It made us want to visit places like that. Like just be able to explore the country more than just like, oh, you got a week of vacation, go do something. Like just be able to be in it in different places. And
your job was kind of not sustainable, and so
it was just not where I needed to be, and just all that kind of came together. And this just felt like such a adventure and like an escape from what I was feeling like this is not the right path for me, and like this seems like an awesome path. Like, yeah, let's try that. And we just kind of couldn't get it out of our head. We're like, we have to try this at least, right? You know? And so we like researched it and did all that.
We rented an RV to make sure the dogs would be all right.
Yeah, we were like, all right, we got
for a week.
Gotta make sure they're not going to totally freak out. And,
right.
Yeah,
they did well.
They did.
Do you think that that's something that you would have done individually, or did you think that you had to have the partnership to make that leap?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Give me some of that. Anybody out there, if you want to do that with me, you let me know. You let me know. I'll take it. Who were some of the artists that inspired you growing up to want to make music?
For me, Jewel was a big influence. I was a writer first. I got a guitar to be a vehicle for songwriting, and it was like hearing her and like, oh, like lyrics can say things like very, and not that obviously other people before that said things, but just the thing in popular music, you know, what I was being exposed to, that was the first like, oh wow, this is like someone just saying what is there. And it's like, well, maybe what I'm writing wants to be songs. And so got a guitar to do that, to be a vehicle for that. Whereas he came at it more from the musical side.
Yeah, I love the Beatles. That was my first music that I really fell in love with, and was learning guitar, playing all the melodies that they were singing, and and then acoustic music eventually found its way, and Gillian Welch, Nickel Creek kind of stuff in the early aughts that really blew my mind.
So do you write individually or do you write together? Is it a little mix?
Kind of mixed. It's changed over the years too, but you spend a lot of time writing.
I'm more the lyrics person, so I tend to work on things by myself first, and then we kind of bring it together to work on arrangement and editing and that kind of thing. Typically. But whereas he's very much a melody person, like he comes up with melodies all the time, and so sometimes I'll hear a melody and like, oh, that goes with the thing that I've been thinking about. But more recently, so when we met, he didn't really listen to lyrics very much. Like that wasn't his thing. Whereas that's the first thing I listened to, and it's been really cool seeing him change and appreciate them, to like appreciate and then go to like writing. Becoming more of a writer. And more recently, there's been songs where it's the other way, where he's done the bulk of it and then comes together, and that's been makes me proud. It's been very fun to see.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I'm just like giddy being around the love. It like makes me excited. It really does. Would you say there's like a thematic through line between a lot of the music that y'all write, or is it kind of, what are the themes of the things that you write about?
I mean, varied. We have a new album that's going to be coming out, and that a lot of those were written during the pandemic, and we were living on the road full time, and then we got a place right before the pandemic, which was very good timing. But it allowed us to, everyone slowed down, but it allowed us to like get more settled in this place and kind of try to get roots and just I don't know, really try to be still and appreciate what was all around us. And so more recently, it feels like a lot of it is gratitude and just acceptance of what is there and happening, and trying to be in every moment.
Sounds like a little bit of what we could use right now. I'm into it. If you could go back and talk to yourself right before that open mic, right before you met each other, what's one thing that you would maybe say?
I don't know. Oh, that's a good question. I guess just like get ready and be open, because I mean, our lives have changed dramatically from where we were when we met to where we are now. Like we would have never imagined we would be here right now talking, doing this, like that. This is what we do, and just never. And just kind of get ready, because it's changing for the better.
Do you have anything?
Kind of the same thing, just have fun.
I'm into it. Well, I'm inspired by your love. I'm inspired by your wanderlust and your music, and I'm grateful that you're here at Ordinary Elephant.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
This is so wonderful.
I'm excited to hear more. I really am. But yeah, let's do it.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Awesome.
Hey, stunning people. If you're loving our music, make sure to give us a like and a subscribe, and comment below who you want to see next.